So last night, I ended up flat on my back. I was feeding the horses, and next thing you know, one of them bumps into me, or I bumped into it. I'm not sure which. And I'm flat on my back, feet is flying every different direction, and I'm looking at my scuff. I got a little band-aid going on here too. It was a very, very quick reminder that in any given moment, anything can happen. So we have to take a little lesson from that, especially with what has happened recently. And I'd like to give you a little recap. Yes, recently I've had what I'm going to call the school of hard knocks. I've said no 3 times to three different, completely different circumstances in the past week. I did do a video on that. You'd like to maybe refer to that. Choose your own adventure story. I'd like to give everybody an update. I'm still ghosted by all 3 of them. First was a boy. He was 14 years old, and he had had some ups and downs. He had this cute little horse that he had trained himself, 5 years old. His family was under some financial stress, and he was looking for a place to keep his horse. We don't board horses here. After thoughtful reflection, I decided that this was not the place to open up for boarding. So the answer was no. The second one was the yearling rescue, the 38 yearlings that needed a home. Oh my goodness, I was so caught up in that. If I could have just given them a home, I would have done it. But I realized that, sometimes what looks like it's a good idea in the moment, possible, capable, we can do it. Yes, we can. After a few more thoughtful reflections, the answer was no on that too. And then the third, bing, bang, boom, all within 1 week. A very good friend of mine had asked me for some money. This was not the first time. So the answer was no. I had worked very hard to reset a relationship with this person that did not have money at the as part of the story. Each one of them, those situations ended up ghosting me and still are ghosting me. The update is this. The only thing I do know is that I think life has moved on for the person who wanted to borrow money. That's good. I'm glad. I'm sure they found a workaround, maybe not the way they wanted, but that's good. The yearlings started out at 38, and I think they're down to 2. And I have a feeling that there's good prospects for those last 2. So I think I'm off the hook. And the boy, sometimes it's school of hard knocks. I can't fix everything, but I have a feeling that, yes, this too, with determination, he had some resources and some unplayed cards that I think that he will be on fine. I haven't heard back. That's how we left it the last video. And I was reflecting on that and tying it into my age and some of the, what I call the remaining runway that we have at our idea that sometimes, even though we can, it might not be the right time to. That's where I'd like to pick up today. Because one of the things that I was thinking about was, what if something happens that we need those resources? Last night, when I fell and took a tumble, a hard tumble, I realized that, yes, what if we needed those resources? What if I wasn't able? What if I had been hurt and not able then to continue to take care of the horses? We've got 4 here. We've got chickens, we've got goats, we have dogs, we have repair and maintenance. Look here, that's a big yard. That's not even the pasture. So we have a lot of things that need to be taken care of. Well, that was a reminder last night that anything can happen in any 24 hours that can really reset your need to reallocate your resources. Thankfully, it was just a friendly reminder. Thank you. Thank you. It was just a friendly reminder. Following up on that, I'd like to talk about what we do have to work with and how we can help people without it being that all-in engagement. There's ways sometimes that we can support our friends, our neighbors, and people in need without jeopardizing our own situation. And that was also the theme that I was thinking about these past couple of days. When we decide that we're going to help somebody else, what are the costs and the consequences to us? Sometimes those costs and consequences, we don't know. They haven't played out yet. And that's what gave me pause when I fell last night. It was a hard tumble. I had to take 2 Advil this morning. So yeah, it wasn't that I was just got off easy, and I still had to clean stalls. I still had some sticks to pick up. We had some people coming over and they were going to be riding the horses. And so, yeah, it was going to be a busy day, and it has been. And here it is. I'm having a chance to wind down with you, and I've really enjoyed that. In fact, I was looking forward to that of all the things. Just looking forward to come back and giving you that update. Yeah, I've been ghosted. Yeah, I still have a few friends left. I don't think my world is dismal and I don't think it's upside down because, oh, whatever. Life is going to move on. The world keeps turning. The sun came up, and here I am talking to you. I also had four founding principles that I discussed in this last video, but I'm going to tease here a little bit because there is a fifth. While this video has kind of rambled on a little bit, let's hold off on the fifth until the next video. I hope you continue to follow me on this journey of rejection, maybe a journey of rejection and redemption, because whenever there is something that is not going right, when life is throwing you lemons, maybe there's a way that we can all make a little lemonade out of these moments. Stay tuned because we're going to continue with the updates on how Sandy got thrown overboard from her friends. Rejected, ghosted, and then flat on my back, feed everywhere. Let's keep this going. I'd like to hear the stories and the struggles that you're going through. Maybe we can actually support each other. And that doesn't take money, does it? We can do that as friends. We can do that without the obligation of saying my world is upside down because I read your comment, or that your world is upside down because I'm laying flat in my back and here I am, blah, 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 talking about it. Let's keep it going. All right, stay tuned. There's more to follow.